Hi everyone, thanks for stopping by. Today I wanted to share another journal that I made using the method from AmityBloom, which is old book pages. And you'll have to watch her video and see the book that I made before this, which I used Sam Poole's Bird, her new Bird digital set. But this one I used pinks, and it's spring floral designs, and I used digital sets, I think 4 or 5 of them, from Lennies Paper Treasure. And they're all pinks and florals, and they're just really beautiful. So I just mixed them up into this journal. And of course, a few others here and there. And I love the feel of them, and they're just nice little chunky, well, they don't have to be chunky, but most of ours are. We start out, not thinking they're going to be so big. This one's not really that big. It's just a perfect size, I think. But if you have the book page, this just kind of lends itself to this size because of the way you fold it. Anyway, you'll have to see Nazzie's video on how to make these. They're really, really fun, and I'm noticing a lot more people are making them in this method. So let's get started. This one I titled Petals in My Pocket, and it's like springy and little girls and just a nice little spring flower country-like theme. And for the closure, I used the same method I did for my my birds journal, where I just put a grommet or an eyelet here and just fed through some pretty little torn cotton fabric. I love this print. It's just kind of a country little cute print with the colors that go with the digitals. So on the front cover, I have a little Velcro closure for this little notepad, which is also a pocket. And it just has a nice little card inside, a nice little poem for a friend or someone who's not feeling great. And this is a My Porch Prints envelope. It's one of my favorites. So that just tucks in there. And under the front cover, there's this little angel or cherub in this rose fussy cut. And I just put a little ticket, like a little spring ticket or a ticket to spring. And under there, I tucked an envelope and then a pretty little spring-like card. I love the Victorian era, and when I use the little cards, or when I see the little Victorian cards, I love to use them in my journals. And the fun thing about this method for the journal is you've got this section here, so you can use a pocket, but you still have this section where it's easy to pull out whatever you want to tuck in there. And of course, I used Nazzie's bloom tape throughout the journal here and there. And under this pocket, I put a little velvet bloom, and blossom by blossom, the spring begins. And I just tucked in some nice sized journaling cards and an envelope, which I filled with some of AmityBloom's little flower fussy cuts, which could be notes. And I made a specimen card. Well, actually, I found this in my stash. When you make several things and you just tuck them away. So this is actually from ShabbyArtBoutique from a couple years ago. And I love this specimen card, so I tucked it in here. And then a pretty little card with a girl with flowers. So lots of little journaling there. Because I thought maybe, because as much as I like to decorate these, I thought I'm doing too much, that there's no space to write. But when you tuck in plenty of journaling cards and a couple other special things in here, you've got plenty of space. So, and this, I made one of my little triangular seed packets, and I closed it with a piece of washi tape. But inside is a glassine bag full of forget-me-not seeds that I harvested last year. So you can plant them this year and you have tons of forget-me-nots, I'm sorry, morning glories. Pink and purple morning glories. And in this little pocket, I put a tiny little bling on it. I just tucked in some of the small journaling cards because you can always put a little date on it or something. Plus, they're just fun. I love these little dogwood girls. And under this tuck, I just put a piece of lace and some bling and a nice large journaling card. I just printed a simple pattern on the back so you can still write. And this frame, I put a little butterfly. I just added a journaling card of a lady, a young lady with a bouquet of flowers. There we go. And in this pocket, I have another bloom flower, a little fussy cut, and just some pretty papers. And under this tuck, I left this open so I could tuck, you know, whatever large papers, anything in it. And it just has some journaling cards. And this little pansy from AmityBloom, I tucked in a petal, which is actually a washi tape. So that could be removed and used somewhere, and a little journaling card. It just tucks in here. And these little girls are from ArtHouseWhimsy, and it's this kit is called She Has Flowers. And I love the little girls, and I was always picking flowers, wildflowers for my mom when I was little, and I'd go out in the woods and pick those purple ones that just completely carpet the bed of the woods. And I'd bring her home a nice bouquet. They didn't last long, but anyway, a little silk ribbon embroidered flower here, and some more of Nazzie's petals, or blossoms, there you go. And this is just a page that between these two pages that I added some papers, like a little notebook. So you've got lots of space to tell a story or write down happenings, special events. And this little card from ArtHouseWhimsy, I just not watercolored, I used colored pencils. And for all of them, I just kind of did different shades of pink for the dress, just kind of very primitive. And just sewed around this one, and I added some vintage lace, and then I sewed little lazy daisy flowers with a little pearl bead in the middle, just for the heck of it, just for a little texture and interest. And then I put a vintage velvet ribbon here with the gold trim, and another large journaling card here. And in between these pages, I just slipped in a really nice life-size journaling card. And then I put a trim here, which I used to tuck in a piece of Edith Holden, because I thought that was so pretty and looked springy. So I just tucked in a page from my Edith Holden books. And a couple of journaling cards. Oh, one journaling card. I thought that was pretty. And here I just put on a butterfly. I have a couple of them in here, and they are from Iralamijashop. And I put a stamen, a flower stamen, you know, for the when people are making actual silk flowers, I have a bunch of vintage stamens, so I like to use them for the antenna. And you can, if you want, you can just flip it up. You can actually write under there if you want. And this little girl holds another journaling card. And under this card, which I love, I have another little ArtHouseWhimsy card of a little girl and some cotton dyed pink fabric and a vintage little button here. And then I colored her dress. And of course you can write on the back. And these are just, here's a little fussy cut from AmityBloom. And I just added a little bling there, but it's just some of the papers, or a paper, that I had cut off, trimmed off, and kept in my stash. Well, there we go. And you can still, you know, write on them. It's old book, a child's school, what am I trying to say? School paper, lined school paper, and then a piece of printed paper. And then in here I just use this to take it out of the frame easier. It's just a journaling card. And these, of course, are in Lennies Paper Treasure, her kits. And this little girl with the butterfly is just a flip out where you can write on the back, right in there. Then I used a paper clip for this. I think this is from, I think it is from Graphics Fairy, but I could be wrong. It could be, I don't know. But I love that. I think that's so pretty. So I put that in here. And under this card, I love having tea in my garden with my mom in the spring. And, oh, I can't grip it. There we go. And this card reminded me of it. So I just made a little framed card for it. Just slip in there. And, well, I might have to trim that. It did go in nice, but of course, when you're making a video, things just don't work. And in this little pocket, I put a little afternoon tea journaling card and just a little girl on I think this is, well, this is a frame, but I can't remember who it is from. It might be SweetpeaCuriosities, possibly. And then a card with teacups on it, which I thought would go nice on this page. And if you have tea with somebody, you can, you know, write the date and write who came to your party and or to your little tea. Okay, this page I just tucked in bits and pieces of fussy cuts and little journaling cards, the little flowers for dates and stuff like that. And same here, I just tucked in little buds, little blooms, little cards. I like that kind of thing in my journals, that you could just grab something small and make a quick little note, like a little date or something. I think that's handy. And then here, the same, just some pretty little, I love that little journaling card. I think that's sweet. And I believe these are from Lennies as well. I can put the names of them at the bottom. And then this page, I just tucked in a couple of journaling cards, put another little butterfly there, and I put a couple of, oh my goodness, who just did these? Raindrop Lila. She did some washi tape printables. And, wait, was it Raindrop? Oh my goodness. Anyway, I'll put it underneath. Was it rain? I can't remember. Anyway, she put a lot of sayings and such, so I tucked some in there, some that I didn't use. And I made a journaling card, I tucked a couple journaling cards in here. Another of the little girl, love is the flower you've got to let grow. And there's a little bud. I just let that stick out. And under here, this little heart tuck, I put, this is from Nazi, from one of her, the washi tapes that she sent. She always sends us cards and stickers, and this one kind of went with kind of the patchworky look, so I tucked it in here. And a little girl with a rose. And I love this journaling card. I can't remember who does those or where that one's from, but she has several of them like that, and I think they're so pretty. And under here I just added some lace flowers, appliques, and put in some little embroidered ones, and just tucked in a simple journaling card. I think she's so pretty. And under this little bloom from Nazi, this little fussy cut, I put another of those little things that Rhonda does from Little Bit French, and I just used it as a tuck. I printed off some pink paper and just used it as a tuck to mimic the triangular fold, and it's just more journaling space. And then between this page and the back, I put in a piece of paper for journaling. It's just a plain piece on the back. I printed it in pale pink, so you have a nice piece there. And that just tucks down here, and there's that fabric. I love that fabric. And I got it from I think I got it from eBay last year. eBay or Etsy. No, I think it was eBay. So anyway, that's Petals in my pocket. Lots of fun, and I hope you try it. Go check out AmityBloom's videos, the old book page journal making how-to. And thanks for watching, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.